Yeah. It's amazing, right? A little bit of rain, and you're like, ah, I'm in the mood for some tea, some hot tea. And in India, whenever it rains, we have these fritters we call pakoras. They are to die for. Okay, they're delicious. And they have it with chutney. And every time it rains, you tend to make it. You have pakoras with nice hot chai.
Oh, wow. Sounds great.
Sounds great, right? It's a definite mood alleviator.
So in the winter.
Yeah.
When can we have it?
Yeah, so being in the mood for something allows you to change your course of action. It's a way for your body to tell you that you need something different, or that you need something better, or you need something to keep you, motivated about something. So I'm in the mood for a cup of coffee. So you just go down to the coffee shop and you have your strong cortado and your thing, and it changes how you feel. It's done really nothing much, except that you feel like you've taken a step in a different direction. Being very tuned to your moods is not something that I recommend, because moods, like emotions, they are emotion, they are states, internal states, which rise and fall. They never stay forever. Thank God for that, right? I'm not sad forever. You're not in a crazy mood forever. You're not angry forever, right? All these feelings and emotions, they stay for a very short time. But the word itself can be misleading. It is a word that you use to talk about your desires. Because ultimately, beyond everything, above everything, it's a desire. When you say, I'm in the mood for nice pizza, it's a desire that rises within you. You watch a movie, you watch a little commercial about something, and you're suddenly in the mood to go to Lobster Hut, right? Because you see the lobsters there, right? So many things, there are triggers that we have in our environment because we've taught ourselves, I like these things, this makes me feel good, this doesn't make me feel good. So, changing the mood changes the atmosphere around you, the energy around you. So your mood is basically the aura you create around yourself, right? It is when you're in a good mood, that's a good thing for everyone around. But when you're not in a good mood, it affects everybody. It affects everybody. A lot of people, because they're not able to keep their moods in control, they turn to medication. And sure, for a lot of people, it does work because there is a chemical imbalance in their bodies, and their bodies respond to these medicines really well. And they're able to function upbeat, in a good mood. Now, what we want for ourselves is for most of the day, if we can remain in a good mood, it serves us and it serves everybody around. Because when you're in a good mood, you're not going to do something that harms you or harms another person. I'm in a good mood, I think I'm going to slap you. Doesn't happen, right? Doesn't happen. It only happens when you're in a bad mood, when you're angry, when you're frustrated. And you see it a lot. You see it with children. With babies, in fact, you see it very clearly. The mood changes are very subtle and very You can actually sense when children get into a bad mood, if there's a lot of noise, if their food has needs have not been met. As soon as you put them into a calming atmosphere, you put on some nice gentle music and you put them into a room which is muted colors, it has an effect on your mood. Muted colors have an effect on your mood. Even though this room has got bright colors and reds and whites and everything else, and it is still my meditation room, colors are supposed to change the way you feel. So I've been in the process of making the whole house a little bit neutral. And I feel that definitely when you have a gray or a blue or a slightly, it reminds you of the sky, and it makes you a little calmer. What else affects your mood? Your food. If you don't eat in a timely fashion with food that satisfies you, it can cause all kinds of misery for you and for everyone else. We have an idea of how we are supposed to look, right? How we're supposed to turn up and how we're supposed to starve ourselves to reach it, right? We don't want to starve ourselves. We have to do it. And now we're not in a good mood as a result, because you're watching everybody eating and you can't eat. See, moods are so fickle. So fickle. You cannot control anything. It rises and it changes. The minute you put a morsel of something that you enjoy into your mouth, suddenly everything is okay. Everything is tolerable. Your mood might be one where you're unforgiving. Someone has wronged you. Someone has said something to you, done something to you. And now there is this tension between you and the other person. This energy that's going between you and the other person. And if that person calls you up and says, "I'm sorry," the mood changes. Why? Why? What did they still did what they did to you. But you feel better because of that one word. That's why I always say, don't hesitate in apologizing. It's just a word and it makes everything okay. It makes everything upbeat again. It makes everything positive. Do whatever you need to do to keep the peace. Never feel that, oh my God, I'm losing some part of myself, or I'm becoming less of a person if I apologize, or if I'm the first person to say I'm sorry, even if it's not my fault, right? If it helps to change the mood, do it. Do it. Do whatever it takes to keep yourself upbeat. That's why I always say happiness is your birthright. This is your nature. Your nature is to be joyful, to be happy, to be loving, to be kind, and to be compassionate. And this only comes when you touch your source. People that are angry, that are hateful, that are divisive, that are, blaming all kinds of people for all their problems, they're not in touch with themselves. They're not in touch with reality. And you feel sad. Perhaps for them it won't come in this lifetime. It might come in another lifetime. But feel the compassion. They don't know better. They just don't know better. You cannot let the other person's hatred, divisiveness affect your mood. You have to include in your bubble only things that lift you up as much as possible. We can't really control that. We can't really control everything that comes our way. I saw a very cute WhatsApp video of this girl talking to God, and she says, "Why don't you let me finish one thing, deal with one thing before you send another? What's your hurry? Why are you so itchy? You send another one before the other one's finished." It's one after another, something or the other going on all the time. Sometimes you feel it's that way, right? And in a way, it's good. In a way, it's good because every time something comes, now you have to deal with it. Now you have to deal with it. And tell me honestly, from the time you started meditation, has it got a little better?
Of course.
Just the way you view it. Just the way you view. And that itself, this validation, is worth $1 million. Oh, what million? More than that. Just life gets better because you don't see, your mood doesn't get ruined by small things. Yeah, like somebody I remember the kind of person that I was, that small things would annoy me. Not putting the towel back or not straightening out the bath mat, or, just little things would just ruin my day for me. And if somebody commented on anything, either my hair or my body, or it would just ruin the day. My face would be sour, right? The beauty of a spiritual journey is that you see that you are not responsible for the other person's words. And you know how they say sticks and stones can break my bones. You think that I'm saying everything you know. These are things have always been told to you. You always have been given the wisdom from so many different sources. The problem is to get the right wisdom at the right time before you lose your cool, right? You don't want to lose your cool. An order doesn't arrive in time. Somebody comments about what you brought in your business. The house sale doesn't go through, there's a water leak in your house, something goes wrong. There's always something to ruin your mood. And it seems as if God is sitting out there and just throwing arrows at you. It's got nothing better to do than to give you misery. One thing after another. You see, it's only you think of it that way. You think of it that way when you feel as if you're a victim of life. That life is out to get you. But when you realize, because you are there, there is life. I mean, what happens if you're not there? There is no life, right? Because you exist, your life exists around you. And all these things happen, right? You are the life. So then you make of it whatever you want. It's your perspective on things. You can say, oh my God, one thing after another, one surgery after another, one problem after another. You're like, thank God it's all getting fixed, right? There's a difference in attitude. And I'm saying this only because I've got another surgery coming up next week.
You do?
A little minor one. But it's on my hand, but I'm just saying I could be like, oh God, poor me. I had this surgery and I'm so sad. Now I'm having another surgery and life is so bad. But I'm just thinking, wow, I'm so lucky that I live in an age where I can fix these things. Can you imagine if I was, I'm sure, born, say, 1,000 years ago? Why 1,000? Say 200 years ago. Life would have been very different. You would never have been able to fix these things. There were no implants back then. People that had, bad hips walked around with a limp, walked around in pain. I wonder if they allowed that to affect their mood. Perhaps 200 years from now, the irritants that we face may be something else. It's always going to be something. We're going to live in situations where there's something that's going to bother us. Now, it's your job to keep the peace, to keep your happiness, to let that Happiness surface. All the time, let it surface. Come to that space. And if you can't let it surface on its own, seek out aha moments. These things help you to figure out what's happening. Why are you feeling sad? Why are you feeling miserable? Go back and say, why am I feeling down? Oh, is it because of the pain? Is the pain, in my body? Am I the pain? You go back and you can go back and say, find that your misery comes from the thought that, oh my God, I should not be having pain, but I do. It is the resistance to what is happening that causes all the suffering and the moodiness and the emotions and all of that. Say yes. Go along with the flow. And yeah, some days you will feel lazy. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you will be elated. Some days you won't. You don't have to be everything. You don't have to judge yourself. Sometimes we are our worst enemies. I wake up at 2 a.m. and say, my God, I've been just lying in bed for 2 months. I need to do something. Why? At 7 a.m. when I wake up after restful, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm fine with how things are. But when your prana is low, you're having a restless night, you can't sleep. When you haven't eaten anything, when your prana is low, you get these thoughts that take you out of a good mood and put you into a feeling of being unsettled. I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. And yeah, sure, you can do it. Okay, my list was, every night it's different. My list was, I need to contact someone for this, I need to contact someone for that, I need to get chair yoga, I need to get this. By morning, I've given it all up. And I've said, it's okay. I don't need to do anything. 100 years from now, who cares what I do or I didn't do? If I want to do it, and if the opportunity comes, unsought, without too much effort on my part, without too much of unhappiness, let it come. It doesn't come, it doesn't come. I'm not going to, be in a bad mood or say, I'm worth nothing. Because at every stage in life, you feel as if you've lost something. That, I lost my youth, my inability I can't walk the same way, I can't sit the same way, I don't have time, people are taking too much of my time, too many people depend on me, there's always something, right? And that affects the quality of your day, it affects your mood. So what are you bringing into this moment? Are you bringing doom and gloom? Or do you have the ability to say, happiness is my birthright. I'm going to be happy today and every day, and I'm not going to allow any event, any person to decide how I feel this moment. I'm good. I'm good with everything that comes. Whatever comes, I can deal with it. That's the attitude that puts you into a good mood all the time. Om Namah Shivaya. Hello. If you like that video, please do give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, like and share so I can bring you more videos just like this. Don't forget, happiness is your birthright.